All right, Facebook. Had a little delay there, guys. Namaste. God bless. How are all of you? It's Monday, and hopefully I gotta fix my camera. Hopefully you're all well. Blessed and busy is my new mantra that I kind of go by here, doing 10 or 12-hour days. But as I gradually spit on the camera, I wanted to bring a little PSA, courtesy of this writer, God, back in the 1700s, Voltaire. I know it sounds crazy, but this guy really, he's responsible. His teachings were like banned in France, and I'll get to my point. Were like banned in France because it gave people a sense of self-purpose and self-reliance, and the French didn't want that. And I wonder why you had the French Revolution. Our Bill of Rights was actually modeled on his writings, as well as the Catholic Church losing its power over the people, a lot of power over the people as a result of his writings. But it's so prevalent in our life today that, I mean, this literally happened to me today. I literally became so angry at myself. I'm like, Meatball, you know this stuff. Why are you going and why are you getting in this kind of mood? That's one of the words out of the quote box tonight that I want to share with you guys. Because it's so important, because remember back before 4G came out, I mean, literally 4G or 2G, whatever the hell it is, 25G now, we have what they call hotspots or Wi-Fi spots. If you guys can grab hold of life and realize that we are our own hotspot, we are our own Wi-Fi connection to the quantum field, and when you realize something like that, you're going to realize how powerful you are. And what affects us mostly, what affects our daily life per se, as I get into it right here, it's our mood, our constant mood, our constant feeling. I'm going to give you the definition of that. But he said the simplest words. Voltaire said the most simplest words, but they're so powerful. He said the most important decision you make is to be in a good mood. Why would this guy say that back in the 1700s? Why? Because when I wrote this a couple of years ago, it explains directly how our mood affects everything about us. It affects our life in general because it affects the hotspot, the Wi-Fi connection we have to the outside world. Our thoughts, our electromagnetic field that surrounds us goes out at least 10 feet. Imagine a circumference of 10 feet around us. That energy surrounds us, and what you send out in that energy field is going to connect to something. So why not connect the good feelings about life? Why not connect the good feelings about yourself? Why not connect the good feelings about who you are as a person? Because you only benefit to that. Now, the quote box tonight, you call to life exactly how you feel about life. All these scenarios, which is, I love this, because I wasn't looking for this stuff, but all these scenarios always come together. This whole program, tonight's program, started about toxic people. Indeed, don't be around toxic people, blah, blah, blah. And you all know the narrative about toxic people. What do they affect most in your life? Your mood. Then Voltaire's quote came up about being in a good mood. Then I looked on my memories this morning. You call to life exactly how you feel about life. All of this is, if you can compare how powerful your mood is, because it permeates everything and penetrates everything out there. It affects everything about you. Think of a drop of oil. I know it sounds so simple, but just think of a drop of oil. That one little drop has the power to contaminate the width of a 2-car garage of water. Imagine the water in a 2-car garage. It contaminates the whole thing. Think of that oil as your thought. Think of a gallon of oil. What does that affect? 1,000,000 gallons of water. What does that mean? 1,000,000 thoughts every single day. So whatever you're contaminating in your mind, you're sending out, it's spreading out everywhere in your world. And you guys know, if you're having a bad day, it just kind of permeates and gets worse and worse. Why? Because it's in the mood that you're in. And it's so prevalent to surround yourself with the right people in situations and environment to create, most importantly, the best mood for you. I know it sounds really simple, but yet indeed complex living in a world now that we're surrounded with everybody going after each other in all different ways. And I'm going to get to a couple of words because this is so important. And it's funny because the first word, toxic, coming from that first quote that I mentioned in the beginning, I'm just paraphrasing the first quote about toxic people. But toxic, the first, how should we say, definition in Webster's, it pertains directly to us as people. Toxic, containing, which we are containers, containing or being poisonous material. I mean, how scary is that, knowing the fact that your thoughts that create things and you're in this mood all day long that's not, how should we say, relevant to where you want to go. You're just literally poisoning yourself. You're dying from the inside out. Containing or being poisonous material capable of causing death and or serious harm. Think about toxic people around you. I mean, and indeed, I get it. It's not about, it's such a harsh word, toxic. And hurt people hurt people. And that's basically what a toxic person is. They're just a hurt person that can't channel the energy correctly. I get it, because I was one of them, man. I believe me, I was one of them back then in the day. But if you think of your thoughts as that one drop of oil, and the better the thoughts, the better the product, the better the outcome in your life. The next word, most importantly, like as I mentioned before, is mood. Mood is a noun. And this is the hardest thing for people to understand. And this is what happened to me today. I got caught up being blessed and very busy with work, as you could tell by the bags under the eyes. It's been busy for the last couple months, for crying out loud. It's been so crazy, it's affecting my what? My mood. And I had to tell myself today as I was going home, whacking my head, Meatball, you went into that state of mind that you used to be. And believe me when I tell you, when you recognize your so-called faults in life, you start to realize what you can do to make them better. But mood is a noun, a conscious state, our present thinking of mind or predominant emotion. That energy in motion. Hence, that's permeating out to our so-called Wi-Fi that we are constantly moving around and, how should we say, omitting that energy. The Wi-Fi isn't at one spot, Meatball. It's as we're moving, so is the hot spot. And it's an amazing analogy of life when you realize the power that you have, and all you got to do is change your mood about life, hence your emotion, your feeling, attach a goal to it or a dream to it instead of a toxic person, and watch how your life is going to change. And stuff like this that Voltaire warned us about from 1694 to 1778. And I think Ben Franklin hung out with this guy because back then in France, I mean, literally it started wars, what this guy was writing. He was warning us ahead of time. The most important decision you make is to be in a good mood. Whatever that mood might be. Actually, Victoria brought that up to me today when I got home. She goes, what should I do? I want to do this, I want to do that. I said, well, go ahead and do this and do that. And stop feeling guilty about being yourself. And stop feeling guilty about doing what you want to do. That's the whole point why I brought you here, Meatball. I was talking to her, mind you, about her having her own life, finally. This is what I'm telling you guys. Have your own life, finally. Be the best you. Be in the best mood you can be. Omit that energy because you're a Wi-Fi station that's moving around, connecting to everything. And when you realize the energy you're emitting, you realize the reality you're getting. And this is the epiphany that everyone should understand because you call to life how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your mood, how you feel about your situation. You call to life exactly how you feel about it. When I changed the way I've felt about life, no matter the situations that I was back then, everything started to evolve to fit that feeling. We were taught only as neophytes in this inspirational age to visualize what you want or the law of attraction is going to come. They forgot the most important aspect of it back then, whereas now it's so prevalent. It's your feeling, it's your vibration, it's your mood. When you realize what kind of mood you carry every single day, if you carry a mood of love and abundance and trust in the life that you have right now, you can only manifest from that. If you carry the mood of mistrust and sadness and heartache and lack in your life, you can only manifest from that because that's your Wi-Fi station. That's That's the energy you're emitting every day. When you change what you're projecting, you change what you're bringing. What kind of picture are you giving life every single day? What's your story that you're telling life every morning when you friggin' wake up? These are the questions you got to ask yourself. These are the questions that will really change your life if you're struggling in certain areas, because you got to realize one little area that you're struggling is affecting what? Your mood. Everything about you. So it's important to attack whatever so-called little area of your life that you're not happy with, and to be happy as a whole. They call that holy in Scripture, not because of some kind of cross or something. It's about you being whole as a person, because what you are holy, you are going to create. And it's so important, because we all have, oh yes, the money's great, but I have a terrible love life per se, or you got that one area of your love life that you don't like per se about yourself, or this that affects everything. That's like oil seeping into everything about your life. That one little crook that you focus on all day long is affecting your mood, how you feel. So it's important, as people realize, to become whole, you have to let go of what is holding you back. That so-called toxic people in your life, or toxic situations, because it ain't just the toxic situations that are affecting you, it's what it's creating about you. And this is the greatest gift that anybody can give themselves in life, is to become whole. And understand, yes, indeed, yeah, shit happens in life. We all have, things always happen, indeed. But how it affects you is going to determine the outcome. So, guys, I got to go get Tori, man. She's visiting her mom tonight. America's Mentor _radio. Follow me, Jerry Maldonado 2, for unique information to help you to your destination, whenever the hell I can get on, man. I'm trying, Meatball. My goal is to be here every day and to share this kind of stuff. But Voltaire had it and said it perfectly. The most important decision you make is to be in a good mood. Whatever creates that good mood, like I was telling Tori today, whatever creates that good mood in your life, to keep doing it, because it's going to affect the entire outcome. Because that so-called oil of feeling that she's sending out is permeating everything. So it's so important. It's so imperative that you guys grasp hold of the shit that bothers you, attack it with all your might, and realize that you're better than that. And to become whole is to realize and let go and understand how powerful you are, because that whole feeling about yourself is your creation machine. That Wi-Fi station, as I was saying, the electromagnetic field that we are surrounded with, that we are sending out every single day now, is going to be of love and abundance and self-care about yourself that will only attract what you truly want in life. So I gotta go, guys. So guys, enjoy. Happy Monday to you. I'm gonna try to get another show on for tomorrow. I have a day off. Finally! It's awesome, guys. Enjoy your night. Happy Monday. I'll see you guys soon, man.